Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Road Traveled. This is a travel podcast put together by myself, Judy Adams, with World Travel Service, and Melissa Barcalau from abetterviewtravel. We put together this podcast to share with you amazing destinations around the world and right here in our own country. And today we are so excited to be joined by Candace Taylor from Miraval Resorts and Spas. Miraval is a really unique destination and a really interesting set of properties that we're so excited to bring you today. So we're going to ask Candace a lot of questions. She's going to give us some valuable information. And hopefully after this, you will look at Miraval as a place that you want to go to after this pandemic is over. Take it away.
Thank you, Candace, for joining us today. For our listeners who have no clue or have never heard of Miraval, can you give us some background?
Yes, absolutely. And thanks for asking me that question, because I think when people hear the word wellness resort, it means different things to different people. And what I really like about Miraval is we're a combination. Yes, we're a destination spa. Yes, we're a wellness resort. We're an adventure resort, and we're an experiential retreat, all rolled into one. We have so many activities to offer that we really find that our guests carve out their own Miraval experience based on their particular interests.
Great. You say guests. Is it a lot of couples, families,
Not
girlfriends?
Families. Yeah. You have to be 18 or older to come to Miraval, so we are an adults only facility. But we do get a broad breadth of different types of people. We're great for girlfriend getaways. You're going to want to think about Miraval for milestone celebrations, perhaps. We're very solo travel friendly. So there's a fun side of us and a serious side.
Great.
We have so much to do. It's fun, but we do see people perhaps that want that wellness experience. Maybe they're going through something that we can help them with.
Wonderful. And you have, as Judy mentioned, multiple locations. Arizona, I do believe, is your flagship.
Yes, we just celebrated our 25th anniversary. Miraval, Arizona, it's located 45 minutes north of the airport, and all of our resorts are very small. This is 140 rooms, but we're on 400 acres. So our outdoor adventure is fantastic. We have services where people can work with horses. We have zip lines, hikes, 2-hour hikes, 5-hour hikes, wonderful culinary events. All of our locations have Life and Balance culinary kitchens that we created in partnership with Williams-Sonoma. So we're seeing a lot of interest in culinary travel right now.
Sounds great to me. Food is up there on my list. And I'm assuming there's spas and pools at all the resorts?
Yes, the things that the resorts have in common is, they each have a beautiful Life and Balance spa. I've never met a spa that I didn't like, but our spas are particularly interesting, and great programming, the outdoor adventure, the culinary, fantastic spa services. If there's someone that has been to a lot of different spas, I guarantee you they're going to find something new and different at Miraval.
And for these spas and activities, when we make our guest reservations, do we need to book them then?
Yes. So what's included in our package is all the food. We are inclusive, so all your food, many of the activities are included: the yoga, the fitness, the meditation, the challenge courses, the hikes, all complimentary. And then there is a resort credit included in the package that can be used toward activities that have fees, like spa services or the equine. But you do need to call us in advance, about 6 weeks, and reserve your spots and times for the activities that you want.
Great. And wow, that's the picture on the left is absolutely stunning in Austin.
Yes, so that's one of 2 infinity pools. Miraval Austin sits on a bluff overlooking Lake Travis, and it complements our desert location here in Arizona quite well because it's green and it's woodsy. It's on 220 acres. But my favorite thing about it is there's a 10-acre working organic farm. So that whole notion of farm-to-table dining is literally from our farm to your table, and our chef designs his daily meals based on what's coming up from the farm.
That sounds fantastic.
It's amazing.
How big is the resort in Austin?
Yeah, it's small too. It's just 120 rooms. And the chef is fantastic there, by the way. We're very lucky to have great chefs in all properties, but he's quite a showman, and we have uh, added a lot to our culinary programs as we saw more and more demand for that. So there's Just Cook for Me Chef, Wine in Your Sign, how to make bone broth, appreciating chocolate, gluten-free baking. So there's something for
Wow.
everybody. And each of our resorts also has a little bit of a local twist. Like we have Texas line dancing, hatchet throwing, archery, something. If somebody
Wow.
can't find something they want to do at Miraval, I think there's seriously something the matter with them.
I have a question for you, Candace, about the dining experience. So when
Mhm.
I'm done with my day of whatever I choose to do, and there's so many options, a little fitness, little equine therapy, little hiking. When I come into the dining room, am I looking at a menu? Am I going through sort of a buffet? What kind of experience is that?
Well, now during this environment that we're in now, there's no buffets, so everything is off a seasonal sit-down menu. So it'd be very much like any other resort experience. Once we get on the other side of what we're going through, then breakfast and lunch is a buffet experience. Wide range of food options. You'll find anything from a Kobe beef steak to the strictest vegan offerings.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So Candace, you have a lot of fitness activities, trails, but if somebody just wanted to spa and take a
Mhm.
relaxation, guests also do that?
Yeah, and that's a really good point. I started out by saying our guests carve out their own Miraval experience. We have over 100 activities a week. So for some, they never step foot in the spa. It's all about the outdoor adventures. Others, hey, I want a massage, I want a facial, I want to lay by the pool and read a book and leave me alone. And that's perfectly fine too. So people will really gravitate toward what they are interested in. And prior to arrival, they speak with our experienced planners that will find out what their intention is coming, what's their objective, and they can guide them to the activities customized to their interests.
Great. Candace, I have another question for you regarding the all-inclusive pricing that you talked
Mhm.
about.
Mhm.
If I wanted to go and have, let's say, a massage, I'm assuming that a massage is not included as part of the all-inclusive pricing, or is it?
Right. So I see we're all inclusive. We're inclusive, but not all inclusive. So um, as I mentioned, the yoga, the fitness, the meditation, so many complimentary classes, but
Yes.
some of our activities have fees like spa, the culinary experiences, the equine experiences, um, the zip line, or private consultations with our wellness specialists. So included in the package rate is $175 per person per night resort credit that they can use toward any of those activities. They can
Wow.
use it toward a private consultation with one of our specialists. The only thing you can't use it for is alcohol. And we do serve alcohol at Miraval, which I always feel funny saying this, but but it is a differentiator. We get more men, we get more couples. It kind of broadens our audience.
I think that $175 per person per night is amazing, because I
It
think
goes a long way. Yeah,
when you know that exists, you're going to feel much more comfortable really going for what you want. I love that.
right.
And then is there a minimum night stay at any of the locations?
There isn't, but I always recommend 3 nights, depending on where you're coming from and how long your travel time is. If you were driving to either the Berkshires or Austin, you could do a 2-night, but it really takes 3 nights to experience the whole thing. You know, I'll tell you what happens though. If someone comes 2 nights, they're going to say, oh, I wish I would have stayed 3 because I really wanted to do this, this, and this, and I just didn't have time.
Or a good reason to have them come on back?
Yes, that's right. Well, you know, we have a stay 4 night, get the 5th night free package. And I always, we get a lot of return guests. They dip their toes in it the first time, and then they talk to their guests, and they see all these things that they didn't get to do. So they always come back, and every time they come back, they stay a little bit longer.
Great. And since the Berkshires in Massachusetts, are there winter activities? Is it open year round?
Yes, it's our newest addition. There are winter activities, but it really is weather dependent, whether we get a lot of snow or not a lot of snow. And what's different about the Berkshires, it's not as secluded and remote as our other locations. It's very close to Manhattan, the whole tri-state area. So we do get a lot of 2-night stays there, and the entire resort is linked through this covered windowed walkway. So when you do come in the winter, you don't have to bundle up and go outside to get to any point around the resort. And we have great challenge courses there too. We have 7 different challenge courses. So as we have in the other properties, but we encourage our guests to step outside their comfort zone a little bit while they're with us.
That looks amazing.
That's great. Yeah, I love it. I would definitely do the zip lining. I tried it once and I never thought I would do it, but it was so amazing.
Yeah, and in Berkshires, it's across the treetops, so it's quite an experience.
Oh, wow. Can you imagine that in the fall with the tree color?
Oh,
Right.
Sounds
Yeah.
so good.
Candace, are there any benefits for Virtuoso clients?
Yes. So if they book through you, they would get an additional $100 resort credit during their stay. We already talked about there's 175 already in the package. So they would get an additional one-time credit. And that again, it goes a long way. Some of our activities are the $75 for the activities that do have charges. So if you book through Virtuoso, you get an additional $100 credit during your stay, and also an upgrade based on availability at check-in.
That's great. Wow. I mean, this is coming at perfect timing, especially between the pandemic and being in the middle of the winter. This is really giving me motivation to look forward to the future for travel. I want to say thank you, Candace, for joining Melissa and I here today. This is a unique set of properties for a very specific type of client. And I think I've got a couple clients that would love something like this. I really do. So I want to thank you for the information. If you are interested in booking your own Miraval wellness vacation at any of these 3 destinations or more, you can reach out to Melissa or myself at the information that you see on the screen or through our social media channels. Thank you so much. Hopefully everyone has a great and relaxing day after looking at all these beautiful images. Thank you, Candace. Everyone have a great day.
Thank you so
Candace.
much. Bye for now.